Hello, YouTube peoples. All right, I am, just so you know, actually starting to feel a little bit tired, which makes sense because I did not sleep last night at all, because I was having basically just MCAS dump after MCAS dump, and I was probably level 2 anaphylactic for most of the night. So I just stayed up because ADHD and high cortisol and histamine dumps, you feel like you have electricity running through your vein. Like it's just you're waiting for the bear that you have been running from to actually catch up so you can see it again. I guess would be a good analogy. If this is your first time popping in on my YouTube, my name's Pauline. I am allergic to latex, coconut, all the cross derivatives, most of the cross derivatives for each. Actually, everything under coconut I'm allergic to. Everything under latex, there's a lot of them. I'm also allergic to ethylene hydrochloride, and I am allergic to avocados and bananas, separate, independent allergens in those cases. The reason I say that is because for some people, latex root syndrome is not an issue. For others, it's a big one. And I'm others. All right. Let's see. Juan, how are you? Nene, I think you left your live. I know you said you were going to bed like a while ago. All right. So this was last reviewed. This is another one on ethylene dihydrochloride, which, by the way, is connected to. It's part of the big giant mosaic that encompasses the latex allergy world, because it's not only in many medications. Some entire classes and families of medications are out for me. And I will get to that shortly. But it also is used as a stabilizer in natural rubber latex products. This allergy, which I was diagnosed with 17 years ago when Eliana was 10 months old. I didn't even know ethylene hydrochloride was a thing. Okay, so I didn't ask for the test. They wanted to know, it was to Henry Ford Medical Center in Detroit, which is like the big hospital there, right? Like it's Detroit's Mayo, okay? I was practically bald by then. I had two little pieces. I used to have like nice, thick, like just curly, cute, coily, thick fro, right? And it looked adorable in a headband and a little pineapple thing going on. And it was strong enough to hold braids and, sew-ins and stuff like that. But when I'm flared up, my hair turns to straw and literally stays dry even while I am like standing beneath the shower head. Or if I were to jump into a pool, which I can't because that's basically latex soup. But we'll talk about that in a different video. All right, let's finish this here. So what is that the right one? Yeah. All right. This is dermnetnz.org, And again, I am leaving all my links open so I can add them to the description box after. This was last reviewed March 2024, and it if you look at this, it includes the author's name, who is a staff writer, originally written in 2002 and updated by Dr. Ian Coulson, dermatologist in the UK, in 2024. Edited by DermNet Content Department. Okay, so this is a doctor went over this article multiple times. That's work it if you got it, right? All right. What is it? Where is it found? Ethylene is a potent sensitizer used in topical medications, particularly antibiotic steroid creams, for its chemical stabilizing properties. It has been commonly found that individuals who show a positive patch test to ethylene have used Kenacome, Kenacort, or Mycolog cream, a popular broad spectrum antifungal steroid cream, or one of its generic preparations. Think female anatomy problems and creams. Okay. So pretty much everybody at some point in time. Although ethylene has now been removed from Mycolog brand cream, there are possibly generic preparations or other similar formulations that may still contain the allergen. Ethylene is not used in ointment preparations and is rarely found in cosmetics and toiletries. Okay. Make sure you take note of that, because ethylene dihydrochloride is found in dyes. Okay. Since it's found in dyes, but apparently it's not found often in cosmetics. That's makeup, right? So basically they're saying here, maybe just, if you're curious, because now I am, what's the source of the color for the make? I wear very minimal makeup, even if I was dressed up and had one of my headband wigs on right now. I would still only be wearing like lip stain, or a long, and then like a little, I think it's a Fran lipstick that I know is gluten free, mascara, and eyeliner. Like that's it. That's all I wear. If I'm fancy and I'm getting ready to, like, we're going to a wedding or something. Let me read. Listen to me talk like I'm a normal person. We have a wedding invitation sitting on the desk in front of me for one of my husband's coworkers. I'm not sure if he's put together yet that he's gonna have to ask his buddy if the buddy can check with the wife to be if there's going to be any other. Is it a single event venue, or is it a multiple event venue? Meaning, is that the only wedding taking place that evening, wedding reception? And if yes, it's just a single event venue. Are they gonna have like a balloon arch or anything like that? Because if there's balloons and it's just that, if there's helium balloons that are in the, what's it called? The Mylar. If they're Mylar balloons, I'm okay. If they're latex balloons, no, I can't go. But I also can't control. I'm not telling a woman I've never met that she has to change her wedding decorations. So he might be going solo, meaning my husband might be going solo. Most likely will be going solo. All right. So anyway, Makeup is apparently usually safe. Okay. Ethylene is also an ingredient of aminophylline. Aminophylline. One second. Aminophylline. There you go. AMINOPHYLLINE. A xanthan bronchodilator used in the treatment of asthma and other respiratory problems. Other medications where ethylene or its derivatives are found include some antihistamine and anti-nausea agents. Before I move on, I need to point something out here. This is the portion right here of this particular updated article. Mother of God. Okay. I just realized that I epied myself in the first stream, during the first stream that I had to end and start up again, and then just kept on going like, no big deal because this is normal to me. If anybody was wondering why the hell I'm not at the hospital right now, okay, so I'm going to have to let my nurse practitioner know that this famotidine does not work for me. It either contains, it's a generic, so I don't know ingredients because it's prescribed. But it's not, it's a coated capsule. Yeah, okay, coated. Yeah, I'm allergic to that. And sometimes, let's just say that's not doing its job, because why would it if I'm allergic to the entire outside of the medication? That's probably why it's not working. Okay, so anyway, yeah, this is normal to me. I'm not saying that to flex either. I'm saying that we as chronically ill people with weird allergies, people with life-threatening allergies, chronic pain patients, we have to normalize a lot of weird shit. And this is one of them for me. All right. Industrial exposure to ethylene is also possible through contact with products, including some of this is going to be repeat, but I'm not going to be repeating on my list. Epoxy resin, catalysts in glue, and adhesive in paints. So, like I said before, whether or not, and it should say, if you're allergic to latex, you don't want to putting, bandages on paper cuts and stuff, or wounds that don't say not made with natural rubber latex on the box, right? I know I don't. But the bandage adhesive is what is keeping the bandage attached to your skin, that is going to contain some, at least, it's going to contain some ethylene hydrochloride. I know that the last time they did the skin prick test for this thing 17 years ago, when they were like, by the way, you're allergic to the one thing in the world that's going to make you allergic to everything else eventually. Oh my God. One second, my train fell off the track. Yeah. So it's best. Oh yeah, skin prick testing. So I knew, and I told the dermatology and allergy department, I'm like, when you take off the Band-Aids, or the adhesive, when I come back, I think it was it, what was it, 72 hours that I had to keep those on. The spot for ethylene tetrachloride and for one coconut derivative were like massive, apparently massive reactions for those. So I am very, very, very allergic to ethylene tetrachloride. But this part right here, I remember now, this part right here is the part that started me thinking, putting together pieces of what may be a complete picture or a more complete picture on why the latex allergy high risk groups and communities includes people with asthma. Because I know it's used as a propellant. All right. Industrial exposure to ethylene is also possible through contact with products such as, right? So yeah, coolant oils, rubber latex stabilizer, solvent for albumin or casein. That explains it. That one a few months ago I was like, oh damn, okay. Fungicides and insecticides. I can't put anything on me for like, but summer, right? Ideal. I stay inside, or ideal. I can put like I think it's what, lemon. There's an essential oil, lemon something, that you can use that's like scientifically proven to like be as effective as like name brand like anti like mosquito sprays and stuff. I can usually like put that, like if I can spritz the outside of my shoe, um, that's it can help. Um, as long as I'm not putting it on my skin, right? Um, bu- but most of the time I just deal with it, or I buy like external, like the coily bracelet that like lasts for a week or whatever. Um, I'm at the dollar. Also, I have them stop at the dollar store a lot to pick up as many of those as we can, because that I can literally attach to like my waist bag or whatever, or the leash, and it's not touching me, but it's helping to keep mosquitoes away. Let's see. So insecticides. Think fresh produce, fertilizer. Usually, there's the pest insect that likes to eat or destroy a certain crop or whatever. Um, that could be an issue. Textile lubricants, color developers, antifreeze solutions, electroplating solutions. I can't wear electroplated metals. Okay. So I can't do white gold. I can't do like any fancy colors of it. I can wear platinum, sterling silver, and stainless steel. That's it. Oh, fudge. Right now, it's 2 or more body systems affected. That is my directive for using for administering epi, and I'm only supposed to go to the hospital because of my MCAS, my mast cell activation syndrome, which I have on top of these stupid allergies. I'm only supposed to go to the hospital if and I quote from one former medical provider, I actually think I'm going to pass away, not survive the reaction that is coming, because that that when your heart starts racing and you become incredibly aware of the fact, like, basically you think you're having a panic attack, but you're also swelling and having at least one other major organ system that's affected. It's anaphylaxis. But then there's also the argument that it might just be one organ system, like cardiovascular, and which would make sense if the reaction is strong enough. That system alone could lead to tragic out. You know what I'm saying? Like epi first, epi fast. That's the lesson here. Is stage 1 of anaphylaxis is wondering if you need to use an EpiPen. I believe that the thinking there is I have never met a person who has. I've never met a person who doesn't have life-threatening allergies who has stopped and wondered, gee, I wonder if I need to epi. If they've never, you know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of like, if you're wondering, you probably do. That's what one of my friends who is a nurse with a lot of the same allergies I have, when I texted her one time, I was like, all right, look, I'm not asking for medical advice. I'm just saying, if this was you, would you go? And I sent a couple of pictures and like descriptions of like this rash, this swelling, whatever. These are my symptoms. And the only response I got was a very quick and abrupt and accurate, it's you. If you're wondering, then you probably should already be there. Yes, ma'am. So now I know, if my first thought is, I wonder if nurse friend would think I need to go to the hospital, my brain automatically is now starting to shortcut that and go, all right, I am wondering about nurse friend and her opinion. That means I need to epi now, because the earlier you epi during if you epi earlier, it's like catching the big C. The earlier you catch a tumor, the better the chances are, right? And the same thing is true according to multiple medical sources that I was looking at, prepping for this. The earlier you can epi, if you recognize the symptoms and the patterns. I keep a picture. I go into my phone. I have a album for reactions, and things I can photograph. Like, I can't photograph heartburn, right? But I can photograph. Right. This was so swollen last night. It was nuts. So, and then you go and the spot where you can edit the captions or add captions to your photos in your photo albums on your smartphone. I will try to add, if it, this reaction, uh, ate this, touched that, was exposed to whatever. And what combination of medication, um, my H1 and epi were required to stop this medication. My H1 and 2 epi were required to stop this allergic reaction. I was told to only go to the ER because mast cell activation syndrome basically means that I can become allergic to or have anaphylactoid like, not actually going to show up on a test. My body decided today and right now that this is something I'm going to have an anaphylactic reaction to. And then it's never going to happen again, or or it is going to happen again and it's always going to trigger me, like coffee, for example, or wine, or um, grapes, right? There are certain things that are always going to trigger an uncast reaction for me. And then there's the maybe, and then sometimes, and the I can't touch these foods or these products or items the week of like PMS week, but the rest of the month I'm fine with. It's just like the number of tabs I have open in my brain for this crap is ridiculous. Okay, so in ethylene, wait a second, 1 second. Oh, it's also in floor polish removers and animal feed products, supplements. And honestly, I will tell you right now, I cannot believe it took me so long to figure out. Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm reactive tonight because I've got like, I can taste anaphylaxis. Damn, okay. All right. What time is it? All right, cool, yeah. Making sure it's a new day. Technically, we're almost there. And are we there now? Yeah, we're in a new day. And I did not have to epi at all 2 days ago. Because my body was like, hey, we're gonna have some, I'm gonna give you a little break. So you can rest up for the big game. On Thursday or Friday or Saturday. What day is it now? Saturday? Technically. 1 second. Okay, look. This is how you know that it deployed, like you actually got the medication where it needed to go. Okay. Do not put your fingers or anything below that part. That's a needle end. On that, this is adrenoclick. 1, 2, 3, and okay. I have okay. At least 3 seconds. I usually hold it in my thigh for like at least 5 Mississippis, and then remove, and there. Now I can put it in the sharps container, and we are properly disposing of that and everything good. Yay. Okay. That, ew. All right. Okay, so what are the reactions to ethylene allergy? And yes, I did just epi for the second time for, I don't even know if this is the same reaction or a new reaction. I just know that I haven't gone to sleep yet, so it's technically a new day, but it's not because I haven't gone to sleep yet. And I can take one more dose of diphenhydramine before I go to bed. I think I have to wait if I'm going to take both at the same time, if I'm going to take the full dose at the same time and not split it in two, I have to wait 3 hours. If I am going to break it in half to have more of a continuous stability, I guess, more of a like constant. Basically, I can't do a pick line because adhesive, latex allergy, but I can break up my dosage, my dosing, as long as I stick within the limits of what's written on the doctor's orders. And that's so I pull. It's what I do. I take out the number that I can use for the next 24-hour period, and I keep that with me. And depending on what time of the month it is and how reactive I am, like right now, I will just do 4 doses when I'm up to 4 doses when I'm not reactive or as reactive. Because there are days where, for me, a good day is I made it until after midnight, or I made it till 3 o'clock in the morning before I needed to rescue med once. Now, keep in mind, there's a lot of people who have to take Zyrtec or Claritin or any other H1 antihistamine blocker, including Singular, which, yes, I know has a black box warning. For some people, it's the only thing that works. Baby Benadryl, right? Or diphenhydramine, baby diphenhydramine. That's not for me. That's for my daughter. The only one I'm not allergic to is diphenhydramine. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna add. So the part that's being screen shared right now on YouTube is showing the ethylene dichloride classic allergic contact dermatitis reactions, and I'm putting air quotes around classic allergic contact dermatitis reactions because that's apparently a thing. Usually the rash is a worsening. Listen to this part. Listen to this part. Hello, Jackies and Fairy and Sycamore and Nene. I don't know if you're still here or if you're like accidentally left that app open just for watch time. If you did, awesome. Either way, I appreciate you. All right. So listen to this. Usually the rash that a person with ethylene dichloride allergy gets is a worsening of an original eczematous condition that was being treated with an ethylene containing cream. Meaning, this explains why 17 years ago, almost 18 years ago, I was sent home from the doctor's office on the very same day that I was, hey, you're allergic to everything because you're allergic to these 2 things, ethylene dichloride and a derivative made from coconut, which I was told that day did not make me allergic to like all coconut things. And I was told 6 years later, yes, it does. And then we have to replace all of our nonstick cookware and plastic blenders, cups, and we had a Vitamix. That wasn't fun. So yeah, 6 years later, a different doctor was like, "Oh no, you can't touch any of that." We were cooking with coconut oil then, and I couldn't figure out, oh, that was right. Okay, so anyway, Because the doctors were like, no, you're fine. You're fine. You just don't use this. Okay, use this. Yeah, well, the this they prescribed contained ethylenediamine hydrochloride. Damaged skin is more readily sensitized than normal intact skin. There you go, right? Quite often, individuals sensitive to ethylenediamine are also allergic to other components of the preparation. Neomycin is commonly associated and is also a potent sensitizer that may be compounding the problem. Yeah, I can't do any like antibacterial, antifungal, anything. Basically, if a doctor's like, so there's this cream or there's this lotion, I'm like, I can't do it. And they're like, we haven't even looked at the ingredients list yet. And I'm like, I can't do it. We can look it up, spell it for me. I will look it up on my phone right now, and I will bet you $5 that I will not be able to do it, and I will be able to tell you exactly which ingredients are the reason. I don't have them all memorized, but I can see that when I see them, I'll know. Yep, I was right. Second. Do you see the skin color changing there? Like the line? That is one of my Behçet's disease, and hopefully you already epied signs. If it's like round 2, because I basically Behçet's disease is a condition that causes your body autoimmune. Causes your body to attack its own blood vessels, and it has a whole lot of crazy and not happy to think about potential outcomes. Wow. Oh, all right. And I'll get into that in a different video, a different stream. This is just water and chromium and sodium. And my doctor told me, my nurse practitioner told me that this is perfectly safe to use. I get it on Amazon. It's the exact same thing as the oral version that is mixed into water and kind of tastes like 3-day-old left in the heat water from a water bottle. It's not bad, it's just not good. But anyway, this helps me more than anything else. Okay, so here we go. Systemic administration through either inhalation or use of preparations containing ethylenediamine has caused exacerbations of generalized eczematous eruptions, systemic contact dermatitis. Okay, that answers the question. I was going to ask the nurse practitioner that I see. I know I can't do the exact asthma broncholator that is listed as like an inhaler, but could I do it as with a nebulizer? Because I wasn't sure if it was just like the propellant that was causing the issue or if it was the medication itself. And this one's telling, based on reading this and how it's phrased, I need to do a separate search later and probably a separate video. Hey, Ashanti, how are you? I probably need to do a separate video later on safe asthma inhaler or asthma medications for ethylenediamine. Hi.
Greetings.
Greetings. Oh, you want me to open that for you?
I'm gonna try to do it myself.
Okay. You know what? 1 second.
You got one.
Yeah. Okay. The root beer bottles, I swear they used cement to like seal the cap on the plastic bottle. The freaking impossible to open. So I got a wrench out from the crush. Oh, cool! Yay! All right. Okay. Um. Okay. So quite often individuals. I already said that. Okay. So yeah. So basically, if you keep on administering creams and ointments to spots that already reacted to ethylene or one of its like cousins previously, um, you're more likely to react to it later if you keep on administering it. Oh, look. Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm. Yep. And yeah. So this is the chipmunk cheek thing here. Yeah, or like it reminds me of the hamster that I had when I was 8. That's not me trying to look cute. All right. Yeah, this is an ethylene chloride. They told me when I was diagnosed with this that I should look at latex-free options for certain things. And they were very specific on what thing, right? And for some reason, that was the only thing that I paid. Like, it did not occur to me or my husband like until things started progressing, because it didn't occur to us because my doctors were all prescribing, dermatologist here, even though this contains X, Y, and Z, allergist here, even though it was, full of a lot of things, right? Like the fact that I'm allergic to ethylene chloride directly impacts the fact, like that automatically crosses me over to latex allergy, and the latex allergy issue, because the shared cross-reactive proteins with certain foods, also known as latex food syndrome in the UK, I believe, because it's not just fruits, but in any case, I can't have stevia. I can't have. I can't. Basically, keto sucks now because I can't do anything sweet at all. Because they're in the same family as ragweed, and ragweed's in the same family as the natural latex tree, and so connect all the dots, and there you are with like your little thought bubble of allergy hell. Let's see. So, are you allergic to it? Ethylene allergy is diagnosed by performing special allergy tests, patch testing. 1% ethylene in petroleum is the recommended concentration used for patch testing, usually about 5 times the concentration found in commercial preps, but is necessary because patch testing with the actual commercial preparation often yields a false negative patch test response. Basically, they have to overdo it in order for that one tiny spot to, if you are allergic, to actually show up and pop positive, which makes sense because it takes it's taken up to a week, up to like 4 or 5 days maybe, to react to something new, and then get what I know is an ethylene dihydrochloride rash, and then be like, well, what the frick, what's the new thing? right? What's the new thing? And then I look it up and I'm like, oh, okay. So treatment for the allergy is confirmation of the allergy and removing the causative agent, and then management as for any acute dermatitis, eczema, which may include topical corticosteroids and emollients. Guess what? Topical corticosteroids are anything topical is going to be a cross-reactive for ethylene unless it's compounded. If it doesn't contain ethylene and is not a member of any, basically it can only be a member of the first generation of antihistamines, Gen 1, like diphenhydramine, and a couple of other like they've been on the market. They've been like manufactured the longest. They don't contain ethylene diamine dichloride, but anything past outside of the Gen 1 family of antihistamines is basically automatically going to contain ethylene diamine dichloride and or a coconut derivative. And the word emollient just makes me like want to like just shield myself because that's in everything. Don't trust anything that says hypoallergenic on it. The packaging is designed and the wording is designed to make you want to buy it, not to keep you safe. Okay. You need to look at all of the ingredients. And if you're not sure, you need to have someone help you go through and research. I can do that. You let me know and we can work together on that. I do have a few I guess coaching clients. I kind of refer to it as like allergy coaching and self advocacy education. Because I'm not giving medical advice, I'm just helping you learn how to research and cross reference like what does what and what you might need to avoid and what you might need to talk to your doctor about, right? Because you always need to keep your doctor in the loop. And by the way, if you're allergic to ethylene diamine dichloride, which automatically makes you allergic to latex, if nothing else on that list, talk to your dentist immediately. There is so much latex in a dentist office that I know two former dental techs that had to retire and go on disability because 15 years into their career, they suddenly became anaphylactic to latex. That didn't happen overnight. That was a slow build. That was a slow burn, and then it hit really hard, and then it hit hard. All right. So you need to, according to here, right? We're still on dermnets.nz. Carefully read the labels of all products for possible sensitizers. That's going to be really, you remember the list, right? Because alternative names for ethylene dichloride include ethylene dihydrochloride, 1-diamine dihydrochloride, 1-2-diaminoethane dihydrochloride, chlorothamine, and then others that were like just straight up numbers, right? Further formulations, ready? Okay, cross reactors. Oh, wait. Formulation. That looks too much like a science test answer. I'm not even gonna. If you're watching on YouTube, I probably no, just no. Okay. The CAS number is 333-18-6. Cross reactions can be caused by aminophylline, triprolenamine, phenothiazine, also known as promethazine, and piperazines, which include cyclazine, citrazine, meclizine, cetirizine, which I was on daily until about 4 months ago when I had removed, finally, enough things from my I'm reacting to it but don't know it list, that one finally was like, wait a minute. There's a pattern. These symptoms are only happening when, looking things up and going, wait a minute, because that's a tricky one. Pyrazines, it's Gen 1 that are safe for me, right? Pyrazines are, they block, monticulast or singular, they block like the leukotrienes. Leukotrienes? Leukotrienes? I have extremely elevated levels for leukotriene, and that is what contributes directly to high CRP, C-reactive protein, chronic inflammation, and just all the bad things that can come from running from a bear inside your brain for, the last 17 years. And yeah. And I was on piperazines, and on one of them that you can buy OTC. And even though I was told it was an H1, generation 1 antihistamine, that doesn't matter, because the fact that it's also a pyrazine automatically means no, I can't do that kind. Because it's like you can't do hydroxyzine without the ethylene You cannot be made, according to my compounding pharmacist. Appearance, colorless liquid, sensitizer, ethylene. Okay, no, okay. All right, and then if you're a total geek like I am, you can scroll all the way to the bottom, and there's a couple of books, or there's a book, Fisher's Contact Dermatitis. Sounds like a fantastic before bed read. I don't know if any of the allergists that or dermatologists that I've been to have actually read this book. There's a paper by people with lovely names like Biapan El Bayoni, Fortina A, something like that, because I grew up speaking Spanish, not Italian. But since this is a paper called Sensitization to Ethylene Diamine Chloride in Patients with Contact Dermatitis in Northeastern Italy from 1996 to 2021. Oh, okay. Oh, contact dermatitis. Yeah, okay. 2024. Okay. And that's in a journal. Okay, so I will open a new tab. All right, so this one, allergic contact dermatitis, Medscape reference, all about that tab, and books about skin diseases, books about the skin, and dermatology made easy, second edition. I think we need a third called dermatology made easier, because I've had some doctors throw literally the entire appointment with this dermatologist was, what about, what about this cream? Or this lotion. Well, this one's for sensitive skin. Me. I'm not gonna be able to use that. Him. Now a personal challenge. Well, this one is the one that we give to our most sensitive we prescribe for our most sensitive patients. I'm like, and are your most sensitive patients allergic to latex, coconut, and ethylene dichloride, on top of having mast cell activation syndrome, and that basically means either I'm actually allergic to it, or my body's gonna think it's allergic to it because it's high in histamines, and it's gonna, or my body just decided, you know what, that lotion, actually no, I can't use any lotion. I can't use any lotions. I can't use any ointments. I can't use any creams. I spritz my body down with olive oil in a water bottle, and that's what I use for my hair too, because I cannot use any hair products, because they all contain one or the other. And the doctor was just literally gobsmacked, standing there like holding his jaw up off the floor, like, because I'm looking at the ingredients, going, nope, that says this, and I'm just calling them out, like literally going through, and I'm like, I'm allergic to all of those, and I'm like, how many patients have you been prescribing this to who have the same allergy? And I'm just getting blink, blink, blink. All right, so yeah, and if you're a super major geek and want to rabbit hole like hell for this one, scroll all the way to the bottom, because then you're going to find links for effectiveness and safety of dupilumab in moderate to severe atopic dermatitis patients with chronic renal insufficiency, a real world retrospective study in China, I believe that's going to say. Yeah, by Kong Peng at MedCom in 2024. Or epigenic regulation in lung cancer, or anti-tumor pharmacology of natural products targeting mitosis. You got a whole rabbit hole right here if you want to like have at it. So I'll leave that open. For me, my allergens for this one right now are, one second. Okay. For me, my allergens for this one, for ethylene dichloride, Shadaddy22, how are you? That's an awesome net. How are you? And Noki J, how are you? If you're joining in or watching later on YouTube, thank you. I can't read and screen share at the same time, and also I look at any chat comments after, and I will reply for the ones that require a response. Okay. We'll do coconut allergy, and no, we'll do latex allergy and then coconut allergy again next. So here's that was way less annoying and painful than it was before. Okay. I was told by one of my doctors, my goal is not necessarily like symptom cessation, but to keep, basically create the tributary, dig the indentation into the ground for the flood waters to like branch out, as opposed to just taking out an entire patch of crops, because it overwaters just one area. All right, so things that I am allergic to because of that. No, that's coconut. That's all coconut. Oh God, this is gonna be depressing as hell. Doctors underestimate PDA. Is it PD? I think it's. Forget it. My brain's glitching on that part. I can read things and I can read from the script. I can't think for myself right now. So I can tell you if it's something I'm allergic to if I look at it. Yeah, that entire thing. Okay, so I just started the 1 second here. Okay. Here we go. 1 second. Okay, so I will worry about matching up the font later. No, we're gonna do it now because. Okay, so we have ethylene. Oh, I'll worry about the size of the font later. Right now, we are going to make this bigger. I always do that. There you go. Okay, and then we're gonna bold it. 1 second. Nope, now that's too big. There you go. All right, ethylene chloride allergic triggers. Ethylene chloride. 1-2 ethylene chloride. 1-2 dimethylene dihydrochloride. Chlorothamine. Aminophylline. Triple-enamine. Phenothiazine, also known as promethazine, and piperazines, the entire class of medications, including cyclazine, cetirizine, meclizine, all of those. And I am allergic to, well, actually, this flat out says if you're allergic to ethylene dichloride, you are allergic to, or will, these are also on the do not touch list, not the optional only avoid if you've reacted to it. Thinking that MCAS and latex allergic patients are usually counseled to follow by their medical providers because if we eliminated everything literally that's on the latex potential allergy list, we would have nothing left. I have a huge portion of the latex root syndrome list on my no plate anymore because when I asked 17 years ago if I had been told, yeah, you might want, there's a chance for developing latex root syndrome. Latex root syndrome exists. It's possible for you might become allergic to bananas or avocados one day down the road. Because honestly, I would literally trade every chocolate bar in the world for a Mexican shrimp cocktail right now. Cilantro and avocado are what make that baby magic. And I miss avocados. I used to eat 2 a day. I grew up eating them, but Dad was from Mexico. I will not share my opinions on avocado toast and how much y'all are paying for it at freaking restaurants, okay? Because no. You buy one at the store. Okay. And then yeah, you don't pay that. Okay, 1 second. Okay. So phenothiazine and pyrazines. Okay, so here's the rest of the list. Oh, this is fun. This is great. Okay, shit. All right. Accelerator and wait a minute. Right now, I have no idea. I was at 225, but when I started this is gonna up the count quite a bit. It's going to be ridiculous. Okay. All right. So, and again, according to what I'm reading, these are not negotiables. These are not, you could potentially have a reaction to the following items. It's the following items contain either ethylene dichloride, one of its related sensitizers, or just ethylene dichloride under a different name for whatever reason. Science, medication, whatever, pharmaceutical industry. Okay, it's these items do contain this, and sensitized skin that has already reacted to substance X is more likely to react to substance X again in potentially a progressive manner than someone who has generally healthy skin. And by healthy, I mean you're not reacting to everything you touch. You haven't been sensitized to ethylene, and you don't have any reactions to it. You're tested, you're clear. Awesome, right? These things contain that. And this means you need to try to avoid these things, because keep in mind, first of all, print this out, take the list to your doctor, your allergist, your general practitioner. Do a cross-reference check and see if your medications are safe for you. If you have this allergy diagnosed, if you suspect you have this allergy, ask for a referral for, or can that doctor do it, the test. But understand that this is not like, well, I don't react to corn or melon or gourd, so I can have a slice of pumpkin pie, or I don't react to apples as long as I peel them first, because the wax on the apple skin peel does contain coconut derivatives, whether or not you want it to be there, and most likely contains like residue from whatever fertilizer is used and insecticides sprayed on crops, whatever. So like, hey, I can eat this apple as long as it's like peeled and hasn't, and it's been cooked and turned into apple pie. Okay, cool. That's a negotiable, but depending on how you react to what the different items on the latex fruit syndrome list, right? If knowing that eventually, for some people, a certain percentage of us, once it's shown itself to be a progressive allergy, basically it's just prepare yourself, okay? Because you might make it quite a while without reactions, and then you could lose like a few foods, just boom, 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 right? Happens to me every few years. Sometimes I can go 6 months without anyone, and then I might lose something else. So like, I've learned that I have to, the things that I am not allergic to with latex, shared proteins, I have learned that I need to not eat every day. So that's why I can still, this is a weird thing. I am allergic as hell to dust mites. Okay. Dust mites share proteins with roaches and shellfish and crickets, exoskeleton. Okay. I'm also allergic to spiders, spider bites. I'm thinking I'm more allergic to the venom or whatever from the spider bite. This is just typical house spiders too. Like it doesn't have to be like any kind of like outdoor wild like fancy kind of spider. I get insane reactions. So I'm more allergic to what the spider produces when it does the spider thing and like than I am to ingestion of the proteins in the cooked shrimp, for example, instead, right? I actually just put that together finally. I'm like, why can I do that? But I also shrimp, lobster, crab legs, all that stuff. That's not everyday food for us because it's like that's like fancy food. That's special occasion food. That's well, we can't go to a restaurant because it's the holidays and they're allergic to the outside world right now because poinsettia plants are latex cross and they're everywhere. Um, so how about we put together a shopping list, put in a grocery order, and have something delivered, and it'll include lobster and some. We'll do a surf and turf at home, and I can use I can't eat anything baked pretty much anymore unless it's like some kind of keto cottage cheese hack minus allergens. Uh, so yeah, they make my husband and daughter do the cupcakes or whatever, and I have homemade protein ice cream with my Ninja Creamy, right? That I can make safe for me. There's only one brand of ice cream that has two flavors, the typical chocolate and vanilla, that are safe for me. So like there are things that I know I can do and I can like negotiate. I can bargain with my latex and coconut, not coconut, latex allergy. There are certain things that I can bargain with, like the shellfish. Okay. That famotidine is crap. I have not had a night, even I've not had a night like this with famotidine for a very, very long time. Most people with MCAS take H1s and H2s to block the main and your body's under attack from something, and your body releases a bunch of chemicals to try and fight off the attack and defend, you. And amongst those things are H1s and H2s, antihistamines, and acid blockers, right? Acid, like Pepsid, right? I can just buy Pepsid. Because the amount the dose is the same of what I've been taking, and that should be enough to last at least it's been 2 hours, and I'm still reacting to it. All right, so let's see. I think what I'm going to do. Okay, Jesus. Antivert, Bonine, Dramamine 2, Meclizine, Piperazine, Dramamine, and ethylamine is a safe alternative for motion sickness. Antipsychotics, potential cross reactors. include clozapine, flufenazine, olanzapine, perfenazine binders for printing inks, bleach, activators, coolant, oils, curing agents, and epoxy resin, and coatings, electrophoretic gels, electroplating solvent for casein, albumin, shellac surfactants, emulsifiers, and dispersants. Okay, see, that's where I got the, yeah, if it contains a nasal sprays, asthma, any kind of inhaler, unless it specifically says only contains, it generally does or will. You can sometimes, it's usually best to reach out to the manufacturer and be like, okay, I need to speak to someone who can tell me if what about active ingredients, inactive ingredients, or just send me an email at chronicallyspicy@gmail.com. And if you want to work with me, I can help you like demystify your allergy list with like reference links and everything, and help basically teach you how to take that uh, session forward to serve you in the future so that you can become your own best advocate and don't just blindly, because I used to do this all the time, blindly accept any prescription a doctor may order for you, especially if you know, wait a second, no, I reacted to that last time. You can fight for yourself, okay? And the white coat does not automatically mean that they know everything. Sometimes it means that they know a whole lot about things that don't apply directly to you, and they don't know anything about the thing that's applied directly to you. You might be that one patient. You know what I mean? So let's see. All right. I know that this is going to take, I need to separate this list, and I need to actually like add numbers in front of them so that I can freaking keep count of where I'm at. And I think I'm going to do that tomorrow. Actually, let me think. Is that everything here? That should be everything for this one. I found another list that said that detergents and laundry soap and laundry and dish soaps also contain are going to contain ethylene tetrachloride, and if they don't, they're definitely 100% going to contain at least one, if not 2 to 3 coconut derived products. So if you are allergic to coconut or a cross reactive and trying to figure out what's setting off reactions, and it just so happens to be around dinner time every day, who's handling the dishes, who's handling the dish soap, that kind of thing. Because if it's you and then you're reacting and it's starting to like creep up and happen faster and faster, you need to talk to your doctor. Also, sorry, dry tongue. 1 second. All right, 1 second. Sorry, I try not to do this, but while I'm trying to live stream, but my two options right now are chew ice to get running. You have no idea how good that feels. Actually, yeah. If you ever had your tonsils out or had strep throat as a kid, and then you get ice cream, and it just feels so freaking good going down because your throat's like just raw. Okay, that also means my medication is. This is validation for administering the medication, the rescue meds, earlier, knowing what the pattern was going to be, because I administered it when I did, according to the Allergy and Asthma Network. That the earlier you administer epi, if you suspect you might need to administer epi, the better chances you have of the allergy progressing, the allergic reaction progressing. Doesn't guarantee it, but it does help. Make sure you talk to your doctor. 1 second. Make sure you talk to your doctor, your allergist, about how they define anaphylaxis. See my most recent shorts video. If there was a 24-hour pharmacy that was closer than 25 miles away, one way, I would be out the door in the next 10 minutes so that I could go pick up a bottle of overpriced, because it's at the 24-hour pharmacy, Pepsid. And oh my God, because this is brutal. Okay. But yeah, technically speaking, also 2 or more symptoms, it's 2 or more and bodies, systems, or organ systems are all that's technically needed according to the 2024 Allergy and Asthma Network updated information on anaphylaxis and like treatment, diagnosis, etc. So I have a few people I need to reach out to that I'm mutuals with, because they have been told by doctors they've never experienced anaphylaxis, and then it takes them 5 or 6 comments to list every symptom they get with a reaction. We need to talk. Okay. If it takes you more than a single comment to list everything you're allergic, every symptom you get from MCAS or any other of tree nuts, sesame, latex, etc. There's a problem. And that problem is probably partially caused by the doctor unknowingly prescribing things medications that contain derivatives of the very thing or things you were just diagnosed as being allergic enough to need an EpiPen. Do you see where the problem lies? Exactly. Chicken, egg, and we have no idea if the farmer, the doctor, actually knows which came first. We just know that anytime we touch it, eat it, apply it, smell it, we have a reaction. And the doctor's like, well, this is what you need to take. Well, maybe not. Because seriously, an ER doctor, well, it doesn't say coconut oil, so why are you allergic to it? Me, because it contains propylene glycol, because it contains polysorbate, any polysorbate, all polysorbates are derived from coconut, because it contains glycerin, which is usually derived from soy and or coconut. And even if it wasn't derived from coconut and soy was the only source for glycerin, soy is also a latex allergy cross, and ingestion of that, even if you don't have reactions to it, can still, because it contains similar shared proteins to latex and the rest of the latex root syndrome, in my personal experience, anything on that list can scoot you a little bit further up on the well, damn it list, because that's what's happened to me and to a few other people that I know with latex allergy and latex root syndrome. So, like the banana allergy, the peanut allergy, the vitamin A palmitate allergy, because that's a coconut derivative, the cocometapropyl, another coconut derivative, being allergic to all antihistamines except for Benadryl. All right, we can talk about that one while I finish splitting this up, this list up here. So, Benadryl. Why do I have to take intramuscular diphenhydramine? Well, that would be one. It's my only safe alternative so far that I have found, because cetirizine was eliminated a few months ago. Let's see, OTC gel caps. Okay, inside the gel cap, number one, this is the dye-free sensitive gel caps, right? So it's basically like the clear golden color kind of thing. It's going to contain glycerin and diphenhydramine inside of the capsule, which is made as a gel cap. Okay, first of all, if I keep that down, it's gonna projectile, because that's what anything made with gelatin does to. That's how my body goes. Oh, we don't like that. We don't like gelatin at all, and we're gonna remind you right now. But I don't test this. I don't test as allergic to it. I just react to it every time. So I don't do that. So basically, I didn't realize at the time when I started doing this, I did not realize that I was having MCAS reactions to the capsule and actual allergic reactions to the liquid inside the capsule, because I had figured out that the gel caps were making me projectile. So I started poking holes in the capsules, and even though it tasted absolutely horrific, I was squeezing them directly onto my tongue. when I was having allergic reactions before. I had EpiPens, but I didn't know I was supposed to be using them all the time either. This was before I went to the Mayo Clinic. I did not know that even the dye-free children's allergy medicines are going to contain at least one other thing that I can't have or shouldn't have. And so, yeah, and the coconut one's really bad for me. Like, I made the mistake of ordering dinner from a vegan restaurant. No offense to vegans, okay? But, like, literally, tofu wants me off this planet, okay? So do soy burgers and veggie burgers, okay? And by the way, if you bring a jackfruit by me, I swear you are not my people, because those are literally like just exploding with all that white, like, it's all latex in there. Metal binding agents known as chelated. I knew I saw that someplace. Okay, so metal binding agents. So like everybody on TikTok is all, hey, the mother effer gene, right? And all of the whatever chelating, whatever, iron and every I can't do anything chelated. Any metal binding agent known as a chelator. Iron deficiency, right? So if I see chelated in the chelated and then whatever word after, if I see chelated, it's off the table. I have not found one supplement that I can take yet to replace that. I found a safe vitamin C powder, but I know I'm also extremely low on vitamin D, and I'm extremely low on one type of vitamin. I think it's vitamin B12 or was B6. I don't remember. I think it was B6. And iron. My iron's low. But I also can't eat a lot of things. So, good times. Oral, intravenous, or intramuscular medications. Okay, I need to ask about that one because think about that real hard for a second. Oral, intravenous, or intramuscular medications. The only thing they're missing there is topical. That's pretty much everything. That's everything. That one thing right there says if it doesn't contain this, it's gonna have yeah, right. Really? If you're allergic to ethylene dichloride, you are allergic to everything. Have fun. I honestly think because it's the asthma community. My daughter has, I have exercise-induced or cold-induced allergy, allergic asthma. My daughter is too. I haven't used an inhaler in years. And I save it only for, hey, I'm trying to avoid a hospital visit, because then I minimize that's sodium, hormone sodium. It activates upon skin contact too. So that's the nasal spray, but it's helping with some of this swelling I have going on in between my fingers at the base. Okay, so anyway. oral, intravenous, or IV forms of medications. Really? You're saying I'm allergic to everything. Okay, so hydroxyzine. That's the one that doctors always try to prescribe in place of the anti-anxiety medication that actually works for me, because the other one's not trying to off me. Mm-hmm. Hydroxyzine, Atarax, Visceral, right? All of those. You cannot make hydroxyzine without ethylene hydrochloride. It's structurally part of that medication. Antihistamines classified as ethylene or piperazines. Okay. Oh, damn it. Oh, it's long enough for... Okay. Now my tongue's starting to get funny again. But I have to do Benadryl in a second. Don't do as I do and not as I say. I'm not giving medical advice. I am just sharing personal experience. And I am not trying to minimize the danger that can be, that is inherent in having life-threatening allergies. But I also have doctors who have flat out told me to my face, you don't go to the ER because you react every single day, sometimes 2 to 4 times a day. With at least, basically, you're on low-level anaphylaxis. So you need to, like, all the time. So you need to, like, space out your medication so that you can keep a steady dose of it in your system, because you cannot, you meaning me, cannot be PICC lined. No IV treatment. IV, that's different. That's but PICC line, no. 1 minute. I just lost. You guys, the collagen in this ear just told me it was not working anymore tonight. It's done. It's gone. It is not going. I asked for too much and they gave me all it had, and that's it. I quit. Because I literally just felt my ear, like, it was like somebody, it was like some, like my husband letting go of my hand so I could, like, we could physically, like, maybe our daughter wanted to be, like, held them in between the two of us, like, so we each take one of her hands and do the parental swing thing, right? When they're little. So he lets go of my hand, and it was that same sensation right here, where my ear, like, let go of my ear, just literally let go of an earbud. Off-brand, cheap, not the fruit product brand, where I wouldn't be so chill about it. I lost one of those last year in the snow anyway. Okay. Okay, so we also have, what else is safe? Or not safe? Good God. I am such a freaking drama queen on paper. This is horrible. I don't know. Okay, antibacterial creams, textile diassist compounds, textile diassist compounds. Okay, topical medicaments. Basically, if it's a cream, an oil, or a wax, you're allergic. Ethylene dihydrochloride means you'd be allergic to it. If it's an corticosteroid or any antihistamine that is not generation 1, excluding piperazines, then you're allergic to it. If it's piperazines, then you're allergic to it. If it's a medical wax or lube, think oscopies, right? Scopes, right? They're going to contain either and or ethylene diamide chloride and or coconut derivatives. My airway slammed shut during what was supposed to be an upper endoscopy, so they could figure out if I had EOE. It's the I can't. The condition basically like you alert. It's like your throat swells a little bit, makes it difficult. Feels like food stuck feeling, right? Or a pill stuck feeling. So it is related. There is mast cell involvement, I believe, with this one with this condition, but the treatment is generally the right antihistamine for you. And one of my friends asked to basically like prep her meals like in advance and freeze them, and she basically turns everything into soup and puts them in like a thermos, and that's what she drinks. So she gets all her nutrients that way, fruits and vegetables. Fruits or vegetables and meats and whatever become soups or soups, right? And all the fruits end up becoming smoothies, right? And then that's how she eats. Anyway, yeah. This is brutal. Promethazine hydrochloride, HCl, phenergan, triple-enamine, PBZ, triflupirazine. By the way, I would still be up doing this even if I like never even like heard of the like TikTok or had an account. I have to do this for my doctors and for my safety. So might as well share it. Okay, vegetables. Oh, this is interesting. 1 second. Wait. Really? Okay. I have veg/emulse. I have vegetable cetearyl glucose. Because that cetearyl is a coconut word too. Vegetable emulsifier. That's a no-no, right? This vegetable glycerin. You're kidding? It's for freaking both. Okay. Vegetable oil, vitamin A palmitate, vitamin C ester, yeast with 491, zinc myristate, zinc stearate, vegan and vegetarian foods including veggie burgers. Did I break up the list by accident and those are actually coconut? I'm gonna see. Okay, antifreeze solutions. They had to clarify because apparently enough people were asking. By solutions, you mean, so after the word solutions and the phrase antifreeze solutions, they have the explainer that states plural of solution, answers to questions or puzzles, chemical solutions of solutes in solvents equals solutions. Because right after that, they have electroplating solutions. Son of a bitch. OTC, Benadryl, glycerin, medical lubricants, medical preservatives. Quaternium 15. Second. I can't. Methylchloroisothiazolinone. One second. Methylchloroisothiazolinone. Methylchloroisothiazolinone. No. Methylchloroisothiazolinone. Methylchloroisothiazolinone. I don't know why I need. Or methyl isothiazolinone, MCL /ML, also known as EUXYL K100, not 400, Rotan K, and many more. MCLMI was banned in the EU in 2015 in wash-off products, often in hair care products and wet wipes for adults, becoming a very common cause of preservative dermatitis in the US. There you go. Methyl dibromoglutarnitrile, banned by the European Union EU in 2007. Use in the United States is rare. Okay. Parabens, minimally estrogenic, questioned as cause of breast cancer. FDA states that it is impossible. Despite this, many individuals question its safety, a rare cause of acute contact dermatitis. Okay, isopropanol butyl carbamate, halogenated unsaturated carbamate, questionable cross reaction with other carbamate rubber accelerators. Okay. Broad spectrum coverage, fungicide, bactericide. Widely used in industry, polymer, emulsifiers, pigments, wood, preservatives, metalworking. Basically, if it's fun and crafty, don't touch it. Widely used in industry, polymer, emulsions, pigments, wood, preservatives, metalworking. Ethylamine. Guess what? If you're allergic to ethylenediamine hydrochloride, you might be allergic to ethylenediamine hydrochloride. Yeah. Just in case you were curious. Entire family of antihistamines based on ethylenediamine molecule ingestion caused localized or generalized dermatitis. There you go. Hydroxys. I'm bolding that sentence, that phrase, because I've had doctors literally argue with me and be like, no, it's a contact dermatitis allergy only. That would not be causing the rash from the medication you ingested. It's like, yeah, it actually would. Hydroxyzine, cetirizine, and aminophylline. Cross reactions: EDTA, antozoline, aminophylline, cetirizine, promethazine, piperazines. Sodium benzoate. In acidic environments, especially vitamin C, degrades to benzene. Crap. I'm allergic to vitamin C if it's a supplement. Okay, so then I have to get it from fruit when I can, like, eat that. Oh my god. I'm building that too. Give me a second, please. My eyebrows are swelling a little bit too. That happens. Just enough. Oh, I see my earbud. Okay, there we go. Happens. It swells just enough for me to be like, why am I aware of my eyebrows? Like, I'm never aware of my eyebrows until I'm aware of my eyebrows, and I'm like, and then it just circles. Okay, because that is not a normal thing to be aware of. Okay, it's late enough now that I can do this. And trust me, I am no gamer. My husband and I used to do Diablo, right? A long time ago. But we haven't in a very long time because adulting. And now our daughter's the gamer, right? 1 second. Did my collagen just tell me to F off too? Yeah, probably. Lovely. Okay, 1 second. And yes, I would be awake and doing this still. I have put this off for a very long time. And it's actually not helping me because right now I have to do without a medication that I desperately need to take on a daily basis, regular basis. It was my main MCAS, mast cell activation syndrome stabilizer, and also works for me as a rescue. And if I was taking it in the regular, with a recommended dosage, I was basically covered for 2 to 4 reactions a day, basically. And the longer I was on it, the more stable I was. But that's an off-label usage, and one of the medications that Dr. Afrin himself, Dr. Larry Afrin, you can look up Afrin, AFRIN, MCAS, and MCAS medication recommendations, and you can probably find a whole bunch of stuff that you might be like, oh, because there are some mast cell stabilizers that people like. I'm like, that stabilizes mast cells. Mm-hmm. In fact, the entire family of anti-anxiety controlled. That's why it's problematic, because it can be a problem to get if it's the one medication that works for you, and that would figure, right? Like, I can't do Xolair. Xolair in the syringes contains, well, there's latex, the rubber, the stopper. They come in the pre-filled syringes, ones that they send to your house or whatever. Those latex in the stopper, if that was the only thing, I probably would be like, well, I'm willing to give it a shot if I'm surviving multiple doses of daily diphenhydramine, because I can't take any other kind. And it's literally the only antihistamine H1 blocker I have left. Except I can't, because both the Xolair that comes in vials like this that are administered at your doctor's office, and the one in the pre-filled with latex syringes that you do at home, yeah, they both contain coconut derived preservative, polysorbate. So, like I said, if it's not one thing, it's the other, and it's really, really starting to get old. Oh my god. Jeez. Oh, okay, so here's helpful. Chemical immunophilin injection. It's a treatment for severe asthma. That's that right there. Also, that's ethylene. Promethazine, also known as Phenergan. It's an antihistamine. The following antihistamines, 1, 2, 3, 4, all are ethylenediamine tetrachloride, hydroxyzine, cetirizine, levocetirizine, Zyzel. Okay. We talked about piperazine, arlozoline, otrivine antacin. It's an eye drop. From what I've been reading, everything, I think pretty much all eye drops, including contact wetting solution. I didn't know this. Oh my god. All contain ethylene, meclizine, sea legs, Oh, it's an anti-sickness medication. An EDTA, NA, preservative in some cosmetics. EDTA is short for ethylenediamine tetrachloride, I believe. So if it says EDTA, you might want to talk to. What are we talking about here, Doc? Right? Epoxy resin, coolant oils. Already we already got all of those. One second. Electroplating solution. Okay. Hydroxyzine, OTC Benadryl. Yeah, got that too. Medical lubricants, right there. Medical preservatives. Now we know why Did I finish telling that story? The EOE upper endoscopy search, when they were trying to figure out why I was getting the food stick feeling, they were looking for that essentially. Because you can get your esophagus stretched if necessary. The things you learn, right? Except they couldn't finish the procedure because the second they got the scope past my tonsils, apparently my airway slammed shut. They had to yank out the scope and do the life-saving things. And I woke up half an hour later. After they stabilized me, I woke up, I think he said within 15 to 20 minutes after. And I was like, so how'd it go? And he was like, we didn't do anything. Your airway slammed shut. But don't worry. And I quote, the anesthesiologist knows what to do now for you. So you can make an appointment for like 2 weeks from now, and you'll be good to go. And so just make an appointment on your way out. Literally within an hour of waking up after having an anaphylactic reaction on the table, after they put me out for the upper endoscopy because anxiety, medical PTSD, the whole bit. My airway said no, and it said no very, very loudly. Mind you, when you go into the ER, they're going to keep you for an allergic reaction for at least 2 to 4 hours, sometimes a little bit longer, especially if you have a biphasic reaction, a second reaction, which can happen within, I think, up to 12 hours after the first one, which itself can take up to 12 hours to happen. Usually, the more serious, the faster it hits, but there have been documented cases apparently of anaphylaxis happening within 12 hours of eating the offending or being exposed to the offending trigger. All right, pyrazine. All right, and okay, already read that. Cyclizine, Valoid, anti-sickness, and meclizine. Right, yeah, I get that. And I had no idea OTC glycerin, medical lubricants. See, this is crazy. Medical preservatives. Anything that contains a medical preservative. Seriously. This is ridiculous. Quadrarium -15, diazolidinyl urea, imidazole. You're just playing with me now, right? Imidazolidinyl. Is this a drug test? Like, can you pronounce every syllable without sounding like you're trying to not trip over your own legs? Imidazolinol. No, that I don't care how sober you are. You're gonna sound like your favorite stool at the bar has the imprint of your booty on it. Okay. 2 bromo, 2 nitropropane, 1 comma 3 dash deal. Oh, hi, Glow Girl. How are you? This is insane. 2 or that one. DMDM hydantoin and other preservatives. Isothiazolinones. Methylchloroisothiazolinone. MCL. Basically, that coconut oil that like everybody who's keto like gushes over. I am not saying that to be dismissive because I was squirting this stuff into my coffee too until the doctor from Boston University was like called me on his off day the day after my appointment. Was like, something's been bothering me for the last 24 hours. Did you say you're cooking with coconut and using it in your hair and your skin? And I said, yeah, because when I was diagnosed with the allergy to the derivative, the doctors, I asked if I had to like, basically, can I sell pina coladas? And they were like, yeah, don't just avoid things that contain, I think it was coconut or propyl. Do you know how much I potentially might not be allergic to hundreds of things that are related to coconut allergy? Or like straight up derived from the freaking coconut, including every freaking water filter out there. Because activated charcoal and carbon fiber filters are made from burnt coconut husks, including zero water. Zero water is not coconut allergy safe anymore. It used to be before it was bought out by Culligan. Now it's a Culligan Zero Water. Take a look at FAQ number 11 on the Culligan Zero Water website. They tried calling me out on Twitter or X, whatever. And like I swear to God, they were responding to a post from me like last year when I found out, or was it last year or the year before? When I found out that, like, wait a minute, I'm sorry, what? Because like it's like our little every single coconut group I'm connected to, like that's like the rite of passage. Like, you get to like, why am I reacting to water? Somebody will ask, and then like we get to like share the one thing that like we have, because water is literally like, okay, yeah, a chocolate bar that didn't contain palm oil would be nice, but guess what? Losing the chocolate bar is not going to require me to find alternate forms of hydration so I can stay alive. Finding out that I couldn't have filtered water, that I was reacting to filtered water. What? I'm gonna be allergic to myself when I am DED, you guys. Oh, start drying out. Because ethylene tetrachloride is in formaldehyde. It's also in isothiazolinone. Como what? I'm sorry, I just Spanglished that. Isothiazolinones. It sounds like I'm trying to say, ¿Dónde están esos limones? Where are the lemons? Isothiazolinones. No, I can't. That one like triggers like the Spanish. It's a Spanish switch. It's a Spanish switch. Methyl isothiazolinone. Okay. Non-formaldehyde releasing preservatives in cosmetics frequently used to wash on, wash off products, cosmetics, moisturize toilet paper, and laundry detergents, aka methylchlorothiazolone, methyl isothiazolinone, the MCL, right? The what's that? The very expensive coconut oil. Like you squirt in your coffee and add butter if you're keto, and that's like breakfast, right? MCML was banned in the EU in 2015 on washer products. So that's what I think. That's what I think it is. Other than hair care products and what was for adults already. Okay. So yes, preservative dermatitis. Methyl dibromoglutarinitrol. Banned by the European Union in 2007, probably because they're pissed off because there are too many syllables. Use in the United States is rare. Okay. Parabens. Yeah. That one I know has been mentioned in many circles for like, hey, we need to not do this anymore. Isopropyl butyl carbonate, halogenated unsaturated carbonate, questionable cross reactor with other carbonate rubber. If it's questionable, the answer is there. Because I'm going to tell you right now, the last time that I ordered, because I know I didn't finish the story, but good job connecting the dots. If you can actually find where I started the story, I don't know. Because I've been putting this off quite literally for months, which just got me in trouble with my doctor or my provider because I am going to have to go without for a little while because I don't have refills or a provider for who will prescribe this medication, and I'm allergic to all other options. Jesus. Polymer emulsions, pigments. Yeah. Okay. I think that's.
This bottle is empty.
All right. Yep. So I have to. I'm bolding the sentences that or the ingredients that I'm like. Wait a minute. What? Like the vitamin C one, because sodium benzoate in acidic environments. Hello. Woo. You need anything?
I just grabbed what I needed.
Okay. Are you gonna do the dishes before you go to bed or no?
I can, I guess.
Okay, I was just wondering if I have to do them before I go upstairs or if you're gonna take care of it or not. Oh, you know what? Just you do the dishes before you go to bed. Okay. Okay. They're gonna be up until like 8 o'clock in the morning. Bestie is like 21. And hello, Lisa's Aunt D. How are you? And Mimi, how are you? So yeah, apparently I'm gonna be allergic to myself. This is crazy. Okay. Oh, see, look. This is crazy. I have to push it up. That's how I know I'm screwed up. Use mostly in acidic foods, such as salad dressings. Carbonated, what? Carbonated drinks? Carbonic acid? You're fucking kidding me. See, I'm telling you, I've had this allergy for 17 years and I look shit up all the time, okay? And I'm just now seeing that I might be this one. I'm just now seeing this, or it's just now popping out to me because I've eliminated the rest. One second. Share this ethylenediamine. Please don't take away my carbonated drinks. I do seltzer water, and I have the soda pop, homemade soda thing, so that I can make my own. I'm getting my foot. Right leg is starting to do the twitching that comes with not having properly stabilized my mast cells. And potentially, I'll get into the rest of it. I'll say that for another one. But let's just say I have symptoms of potentially another serious condition that would be directly affected by that, as in increase in incidence as opposed to stability, at least staying stable, and reduction in number of incidents. Anyway, let me see. I know. Patas. Okay. I just need, this is the last thing I'm doing. And then I'm going to call it good for now. I'll pick up again probably tomorrow after I talk to my husband, because I did not have we did not speak this evening because he was busy, which is fine. So if he is available tomorrow, we'll talk first, and then I can continue this. But first, okay, I'm covering the chemistry of carbonated drinks. I need that phrase. I need to know if it carbonated drinks. Let's try ethylamide chloride. No, a second. CD allergen info sheet. Okay, wait a second. No, I already did that one. Yep. You can see it. Yay. That's also probably why I'm still awake. Because at this point, I'm just powering through, powered by spite. And ADHD. Unmedicated. Okay, acids and carbonated drinks. What happens to your body when you drink carbonated beverages? Well, carbonated beverages contain dissolved carbon dioxide, explains Dr. Hughes from eatthis.com, or maybe I'm not saying he's associated with, but it was interviewed by. Which became a gas when it was warmed to body temperature in your GI tract. Okay. I'm serious. My eyebrows feel like they're like they feel really, really pronounced. I just need to know. Yeah. Let's try switching the order around. Let's try sweet freaking Pomeranian. You might not ever see him except his fur is going to leave the house with me every single time. Anyone using topical products or consuming preserved foods at risk for developing preservative ACD, acute contact dermatitis. Essentially, all commercially prepared personal care products such as shampoos, conditioners, lotions, creams, and topical medicaments use various additives to prevent spoilage, thus due to bacterial fungal overgrowth. Without these agents, oh, this is gonna suck. Okay, without these agents, this is Dermatology Advisor. Wait a second. You viewed one of 5 articles this month. If you wish to read unlimited content, please log in or register below. Registration is free. Oh, no, I can't do that one right now. Okay, let's see. Oh, son of a bitch. Shit. Share this tab instead. Dermatology Advisor. This is why I keep on putting this off. I'll make it through like one brutal night of like, I'm sorry, what am I allergic to now? And then like I emotionally like F this. Like if I don't know, I can make myself believe that it's okay and I'm only reacting because hormones. Yeah, maybe, but I also maybe might not be reacting as badly if seriously. All I have left is spring water. Like spring water. Like it has to come directly from the spring. It can't have gone through any like filtration systems because filtration systems all use carbon filters or activated charcoal filters, and that automatically means it is literally coconut soup. I'm allergic to it. I have reacted to water. My tongue has gone dry on the second sip, first or second sip. Me tilts water back, knocks back a nice gulp. Instantly goes, wait a minute. The second I get that feeling, if I start looking at the water bottle in my hand suspiciously, while trying to figure out why my tongue's going dry, because the thing that's supposed to be wet made my tongue go dry, and did not do a damn thing for my thirst. I always tell people for some reason ice actually works. Like I have to drink a ton of water, a lot more water. I get more relief from chewing ice than I do from drinking water. Formaldehyde, rarely used preservatives in one series. Up to 50% of patch tested individuals had at least one reaction to at least one preservative. So, which is formaldehyde, rarely used in topical personal products, many industry workplace exposures. Formaldehyde releasing agents. The most commonly used in agents are listed below. These agents release formaldehyde molecules into the body as they degrade. In some cases, the base molecule itself is allergenic. In others, the formaldehyde sensitivity is the cause of the reaction. Oh, frick. That literally has like 11 syllables. But I've learned that I don't really need to know how to pronounce it. If I'm allergic to ethylenediamine tetrachloride and you add an M in front of the ethyl, it doesn't matter how many other syllables you add. I probably shouldn't be having that. Non-formaldehyde releasing preservatives in cosmetics, frequently used and wash off on products, cosmetics, laundry detergents. That's why I avoid the wet wipes. And as I stated earlier, Dermatology Advisor says that preservatives, ethylenediamine tetrachloride, is becoming a common cause of preservative dermatitis in the U.S. Stabilizer and steroid creams and latex inhibitor and antifreeze cooling fluids. Oh crap. If I can't have carbonated water, then I'm pretty sure a homemade whipped cream container is going to be out too, because that's actually CO2. That's like turning the heavy cream into whipped cream. This literally feels like magic right now. I'm going to have to ask. I'm going to have to ask people in my allergy groups. Like anybody else is experiencing. Basically, like, okay, look, I found multiple sources that say these X, Y, and Z. I have found enough sources that tell me, if you add 1 plus 1 equals, you get 2. And if you subtract 2 from 1 from 2, you are left with 1. Math adds up and also subtracts correctly. The problem works both ways. It's self checkable. Entire family of antihistamines based on ethyl. No, okay, all right. See, this is where my brain was trying to like logic and rationalize and be like, okay, maybe I accidentally copied and pasted part of instead of scrolling to the bottom and adding all of the potential ethyl and diamide chloride allergens, I was rationalizing that maybe I accidentally hit paste like in the middle of a coconut list because I hit this one section of like a 5-page run, and I was like, those all sound familiar. Those are all coconut derived allergens. And then I remembered, wait a minute, duh. Why am I surprised? Two, if I have an allergy to ethylene dihydrochloride, which makes me allergic to latex, even if I wasn't independently allergic to coconut, meaning it actually shows up on blood tests. I have EpiPens because of coconut and latex, and coconut alone was responsible for me losing 10 pounds overnight the last time I accidentally ingested a meal made from a vegan takeout place because I wasn't connecting the dots, and I saw gluten-free, and it did not connect with me that a vegan restaurant was literally going to be covered in coconut oil. The coconut oil and my digestive system are not friends. Dehydrated the absolute hell out of me. And otherwise, I might not have been so like, that's not fair. What the hell? But yeah. Basically, I was over here rationalizing, that I accidentally busted in the ethylene chloride allergy list, right? Yeah, that's what I was thinking, and I was like, I kept going on dermatology advisory because I'm like, no, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen I haven't seen the actual ethylene dihydrochloride proper, itself be listed again since before that. So maybe they messed up too. But they just called me on it, and no, they did not. And yes, I've been rationalizing stabilizer and steroid creams and latex rubber inhibitor and anti-freezing cooling. This is definitely entire family of antihistamines based on ethylene molecule. Ingestion can cause localized or generalized dermatitis, hydroxyzine, cetirizine, aminophylline. Hi, Philippa and Rihanna. I can't drink. Apparently, I'm not supposed to have carbonated water anymore because it contains a molecule that is a preservative in a cross-reactive preservative that is also in smother after a really I literally have nothing I can take for that right now. Sodium benzoate. In acidic environments, especially vitamin C degrades to benzene. Okay, that's a little problematic because, see, the use of the word especially vitamin C and the specificity of stating that the environment needs to be acidic for the vitamin C to degrade to benzene kind of makes it sound like, well, if it's especially vitamin C, you should see the rest of the list of things that degrade to benzene. Bacteriostatic and fungistatic under acidic conditions. So you're saying my foot is not going to keep me up all freaking night. I'm still like 3 hours, 4 hours from like when I've been going to bed. Actually, falling is whatever, because no. Salad dressing, carbon. Okay, I just came back full circle. I'm on bacteriostatic and fungostatic under acidic conditions used in acidic foods such as salad dressing, vinegar, carbonated drinks, carbonic acid, jams and fruit juices, citric acid, pickles, vinegar, condiments, on labels as sodium benzoate or E211. So E211 is also sodium benzoate, which I know for a fact is on that coconut allergy cross-reactive list, meaning if you're allergic to coconut, you're allergic to sodium benzoate, most likely. And or you could just have reactions to coconut derived preservatives, because that's one of the main reasons it's used. It's a preservative. A lot of people can get away with using sodium benzoate as an ingredient in, where is that? Use products that contain sodium benzoate because they're not allergic, or they don't have it. I don't know. Um, worsens urticaria and 10 to 40% of chronic worsens urticaria in 10% to 40% of chronic urticaria patients. Yeah, you want to know why? Because the chronic urticaria is our body's way of trying to explain to us and our doctors that we're doing something wrong. And the doctor's like, he'll be fine. It's just anxiety. And you're like, I have children pointing at me on the street asking me what's wrong with my face. And my face is 2 sizes bigger than it was 2 days ago. I know I am moon faced right now. I am round here. I was not round here 2 days ago when I woke up. I'm swallowing because I'm reacting to something. So, yeah, women's urticaria in 10 to 40% of chronic urticaria patients. You want to know why? Because it's usually women who are told by their doctors, both men and women, that it's probably just anxiety. Or have you considered essential oils? It's probably parasites. Benzyl alcohol. Components of cocoa. You're just going to take everything, aren't you? Phenolic antibacterial, recently questioned as teratogen, though this is not, I don't know what teratogen is, and I'm sorry if I just insulted somebody's mother. Though it's not definitive. Okay, see, when my worlds collide on a new topic, that leads me directly back to a topic I already basically. I've seen the reason I started getting all wonky is because I'm over here going, wait a minute, I already know that propylene glycol is a coconut derivative. I already know that benzyl alcohol and sodium benzoate are also coconut words. I already know that topical steroids are gonna jack me up because I'm allergic to a component of that. Causes both irritant and allergic dermatitis. Yeah, it's because of repeat exposure. That's how latex allergy builds. And guess what is used in natural rubber latex? Ethylene dichloride. Are you confident of the diagnosis? What you should be alert for in the history: episodic or sustained dermatitis on areas exposed to topical products, medicaments is the most common history. So basically, if you have or are presenting with the classic acute dermatitis rash, basically it gets really shiny there, a little bit swollen, super pinkish purple kind of healing bruise kind of color. My Rottweiler accidentally punched me in the face. With 90 pounds worth of dog coming down when she went to snuggle next to me in bed. This was, well, we lost her like years ago. But when she was still new. Yeah. I had it reminded when I saw the rashes, I was like, oh yeah, that looks like when Cat punched me and accidentally punched me in my eye socket, in my eye, right there, like that. I had the black ring, the purple ring around my face, around the eye. Okay, so yeah, if you're presenting with that rash, it's most likely going to be in the places that you can actually reach and apply lotion, creams, oils, moisturizers, shampoo, conditioner, anything that smells good or gives you joy. Oh my god. Characteristic findings on physical exam. Wait. Yes. Like any other dermatitis, the acute phase consists of erythematous vesicular papules and often collecting plaques on exposed surfaces. Common sites are hands, arms, and face eyelids. Okay. We're pointing this one out because I had one of the top doctors in Minnesota use it's in places you can reach explanation as the justification for diagnosing me with what is known as skin picker's itch. It's a kind of urticaria. I forget the word. Urticaria just means skin rash. But basically, I was trying to explain to the nurse and the specialist, an MD, that this symptom, the rashes and everything, full body plaques, the whole bit, were the reason or the result, not the reason. Like, nobody in this world has ever been told they have a body focus repetitive disorder. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because they're reacting to you're kidding, right? Because nobody I know has reacted to. Wait a minute, hold on, start that over. So, oops, I forgot to that my phone was giving me "Hey, I'm about to die" warnings. Like the screen had gone darker and everything. Like when you're down to 10%, and I completely blanked that it did that. Wow, this is crazy. I cannot freaking believe. Oh my god. I just lost I just lost seltzer water and like club soda with lemon or lime, which yes, citrus. It's a potential latex cross. I haven't reacted to it yet, so and it's literally the only thing I have left to flavor my water with. So like, don't please. I don't care if you take one or the other, but please just leave me one. Maybe I should buy limes instead. They last longer, they're smaller. They're used a lot more in Mexican prep than lemons. And because they're smaller and could potentially be like used up in a single day, it wastes less. And because the ones that I haven't touched yet would remain whole until I opened, if I do every other day for fasting, the ones that the remaining, I'm not going to leave an orange that's been peeled and split in a covered bowl for a day and a half because I'll react to it when I do. However, I can do one that I freshly peel myself and I'm eating right now. So I'm kind of thinking the same thing with lemon or limon, you know. Yeah. Wait a minute, what? Okay. This is okay. Thank God. Okay, so the diphenhydramine ethylonadiamine issue on Science Direct, it's titled ethylonadiamine derivative, which okay. But anyway, yeah, that other doctor flat out was like, no, you can reach all the spots. You're doing it to yourself. If you actually, stopped, the cycle wouldn't continue. And I was like, I'm responding. I'm not the one picking up the phone, dialing the phone number. I'm like, I don't itch. I didn't know I was autistic at the time, or am autistic, whatever. I didn't know at the time that, and I didn't understand at the time that being ADHD diagnosed already was a neurodivergent thing that was also connected to sensory disorder, sensory overprocessing disorder, right? Or being over, what what I mean, sensory processing disorder. And I had no idea. I had zero. I did not know. I didn't know. Anticholinergics, antimuscarinic agents, natural, semi-synthetic, or synthetic, naturally occurring atropine and scopolamine are tropane alkaloids of the Halidona family. Shit. Specifically, amipine and scopolamine and aromatic acid and tropine and scopine, organic bases. Synthetic derivatives have a wide variety of structure, but maintain the ester bond. Ester automatically. I'm pretty sure my research gut is telling me that ester means coconut. We'll look at that, and I will highlight this word here. Esters means coconut. Where's the word? Son of a putty. Not gonna charge if you keep falling off the cans. There you go. Okay. How dead did I dead my phone? Okay. Good. My MacBook's about to die. And I only have one charger on you. I'm out. We will resume tomorrow, today, later today, much later today. Follow me on X, and or Facebook, Chronically Spicy. I'll give you a heads up when I'm logging in. Bye. Oh my God. Okay. And this is why we can't have nice things. Because we can't. Because we're allergic to all of them.